This is the 21st century, the age of technology and digitization. Electronic devices are the core element of every field. Educational institutions, offices, governments, businesses, nothing runs without using them. Over the years, electronics have gotten more and more affordable for all of us, leading to the extensive purchase of electronic devices. Over time, electronic devices become dysfunctional and outdated. For example, the newest laptop grabs our attention and we happily upgrade our old one. In 2020, Malaysia has disposed 1 million tons of electronics. That's about the weight of 19 Titanics! 80% of these end up disposed of in landfills. The improper dumping of electronics have harmful impact on the earth. This is because all of this electronic consists of materials that, when left untreated, can harm human health and disrupt natural cycles in our environment. But did you know that recycling is a good alternative? I'm meeting Mr. Brian to understand the options of handling second-hand electrical appliances. Hi Brian.
Hi Toby.
So I'm just wondering, are all these electronics recyclable?
Actually, some electronics can be recycled, but some is very hard to recycle. If you've got a lot of plastic, actually it's very hard to recycle.
Oh.
Okay, especially for the metal one, right? The metal one actually have less problem of the recycle because it can actually just directly go to the scrap metal. Okay, things like the iron sorting machine here, or even the, what is this called again? I forgot the name.
Iron, just iron.
Oh yeah, just iron, yeah, true. Right. Okay, some electronics, especially like the TV, actually is considered of, like, we call it like maybe toxic. If especially when the glass is disposed to the environmental, you will have some kind of maybe like a mercury or something like that inside. Okay, it's very harmful. So we prefer that individual at home, they don't simply just try to dismantle the electronic items, because some people, they don't know, they just dismantle themselves and they just simply just throw to the rubbish bin or even to the landfill area. That is not the right way.
Let's say I have electronics that I'm not using anymore. What would you recommend? Like, how can we dispose it?
Okay, usually you can just bring to the recycle center. If you're not sure about like which recycle center accept the recycle items, you can go to the My E-Waste app from the DOE. DOE stands for Department of Environmental. Okay, you can go their website and check it which collection center actually receive electronic items. Okay, so they will advise you which collection center receive the electronic items. Like our factory actually we buy the electronic items.
Okay. So as users of electronic devices, we should be responsible. We should hand over any unwanted electronic devices to registered collection centers or recovery facilities licensed by Department of Environment, DOE.
Okay, some of the items cannot go for recycle. Actually, we prefer to go for second-hand and resell as a second-hand items. As long as the item is complete. Okay, for example, like laptops, fan, keyboard, mouse, even the tablets, or a lot of cables actually is still reusable. Because the cable only specific for some parts of the electronics. So not all kind of cable is usable. But for example, like this kind of the cable only for used for the certain of the laptops. Just because of the laptop is broken doesn't mean that the cable is broken.
True.
Some of the cable is broken, but doesn't mean that the laptop is broken. Okay?
Yes.
So the laptop and the cable have to go side by side, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Some people just want to buy the laptop. And the laptop, there is a lot of use, especially during the MCO. Everything have to go online. Okay, the kids actually have to study online as well. But not everyone can afford 1,000 ringgit of the laptop. So what they do,
is new, right?
Yeah, it's true. So what they do is, even the second hand is limited, right, in the market. So what they do is they actually bought the broken laptops, after they try to repair it. Okay, repair, pay for 50 to 100 ringgit. After that, repair the laptop and you can reuse again. Because they don't need a fancy features of the laptop. They just need the laptop to be able to go online. That's it. Okay, so a lot of people buy the laptops, and all this we call it electronics material can actually use as a second hand. Okay, for example, like fan, because here we in Malaysia. Malaysia is a very hot country.
True.
Every household they actually need a fan, but a new fan might cost about 100 ringgit now. Alright?
Yeah, about
So
that.
not all the families can afford the new fan. So some of the family actually they bought broken fans. After that, they repair a little parts of it. Maybe they cost about 50 to 1 ringgit to change the parts, and it can reuse again. Even condition like this, people actually buy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ah.
Even condition like this, people buy as long as the fan is
Rotating.
rotating. That's it. Some of the items, electronic items, is if didn't go for recycle. Actually, if they belong to the antique category, which is either their first generation, like the mobile phone, they are the first generations, or they are the very more than 30 or 40 years old of the TV, sewing machines, iron, or even the speakers, okay, or the player, okay. Some people actually want to keep it, okay, for the decoration of the house, or maybe it's their own hobby. We don't know. But what we know is all these items is not easy to come by. It's getting rarer and very, very, very rare right now. Okay, so we just keep that even for our own decorations, also for some of the antiques collectors.
So you actually sell them to people?
Depend what items. Some items, if we know that we don't have the second one, or if we don't have the spare one, actually we don't sell it.
Oh, okay.
For example, like player, this is very old model of the player. Okay, so we only have one, so we're not going to sell it. But some items, maybe we have a few more TVs. Yeah, we can still sell some TV. Like for example, like this TV actually is an analog TV. Okay, it's about 40 years old or more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after they have put all these electronics to your center, what is the process for you to recycle it?
All items in the recycle, we have 5R. 5R is mean that refuse, reduce, reuse, reform. The last one is recycle. So recycle is always the last stage. Before this, okay, for example, like we usually will start to go for the reuse first. Okay, we see which one is the complete set of items, which one can sell as a second hand. We try to separate them first. Okay, after that we see which items can sell for antiques. We separate them first. And the last one, we will collect them and put inside a jumbo bag. We only a collection center. Then we will send to the full recycle center. Over there, they will dismantle everything and process into raw material.
So just now you mentioned about all these antiques, you are not going to sell them, or you only sell part of them. Then what are you going to use them for?
Actually, we're planning in our future, we're going to build one of the exhibition center just inside within our compound area. Okay, inside our exhibition center, we will display all the antiques here, when they build these things and what it's for, and what is the mechanism behind it. Okay, so let people to understand more how the evolve of the electronics are to today. Okay, so they can learn something, just like basically like a little bit of mini museum in our recycle center.
Oh, okay. So how do you collect all these antiques or maybe these electronics? Do you collaborate with anyone or you just do it all by yourself?
Okay, actually we work with the Sarawak Computer Technology Association, SICTS. Okay, so basically it's every half year that we have electronic collections, and then we have a campaign. Everybody just bring their own electronics to the campaign. After that, they can exchange for coupon. And this is also another event that we collaborate with our local Mirik City Council.
Okay. So are these all the electronics that you have collected?
Yes, basically this is all the electronics that we collected during our electronic recycle campaigns. All the electronics that we collected, for example, even like aircon, compressor. Okay, we will divide them into a few different type of category. Household electronics is household electronics, and the big items we all separate it properly. Make sure all these items we put inside a jumbo bag. Okay, it is properly packed inside there and it's not exposed to the sun and rain.
Okay.
We just scared that there might be some of the leaking of the chemicals material.
Did you know that 2020 Tokyo Olympic medals were made from electronic waste? A total of 5,000 medals were successfully produced from gold, silver, and bronze metal extracted from discarded electronic devices such as phones and laptops. In this way, Japan has set an example about how to recycle electronic waste.
If a plastic life is 100 years, electronic device can stay for 1,000,000 years. We should be a responsible electronic device user. All types of waste are equally harmful to our green planet. So we need to be sensible to ourselves and our planet from unwanted consequences.